So I knew Matt Auclair since I was a little bitty child. Matt played a great role in the Bad River Tribe as one of the Bad River Tribal Wardens. And Matt played a pivotal role in both regulating but also educating tribal members on how to do the things the right way. Matt put a lot of that same thought and that same values and same process into a lot of his artwork. And I think when you go and look at the tribal seal, you can see that. You can really see kind of the warden in him really coming out with the deer and the bear and the sturgeon. All of that was really a part of his work, but also a part of his life.
The flag itself is the shape of our reservation. It has a lot of significance in it. Different animal tracks and fish and eagle, and those are signifying those clans that are our original governance. We also see on there our wild rice, our Minnow. And Min is Minnow is good, Min is seed. Other things in that the waterways are distinct in there too, so that we recognize how valuable that water is.
So in 2016, we experienced a 500-year flood. 1,000-year flood is, two terms that you hear, and unfortunately we were experiencing them right next to each other. We got about, I think it was 12 inches of rain over one night, and so we were dealing with massive flood events, massive flooding in certain communities. The wastewater treatment plant is right behind us. Really was not operational, and so you take a lot of things for granted. But the 2016 flood really showed us a lot of the gaps in our utilities, but just also in our ability to respond to those events.
Where we sit again is in a bowl, so everything from the top of that mountain came down, including all the animal waste from the surrounding farms and everything that washed into this area. Our infrastructure went down here. Our road system that was cut off. Power went down as well. Our gas lines were also the same way. One of the things that we learned, though, with the energy going down here is what do we do the next time? So one of the things that we did is create a microgrid system, and so we renovated this building to accept solar energy on the roof of it.
The microgrids in itself are really highlighting additional gaps, so as we get more into projects like this and filling in the other gaps identified in 2016, we're starting to learn from these technologies. One of the things we say about this project is this was a partnership project. And so we brought all these team leaders together, and really the ultimate kicker and the driver force was the US DOE when they started funding this project. Them funding this project really started to trigger a lot of those good actions. But because we have this, people are confident, they feel comfortable, they're like, yes, give me solar. And so it's triggering a lot of positive feelings, a lot of positive actions by the tribal community, and really starting to snowball into kind of this clean energy perspective and thought process.
So one of the things that we think about is that seventh generation in the future, and it's every generation that thinks for that seventh generation. And we try and teach that to our children here, that whatever decision we're making today, how are they going to be impacted by that? And we have to think 7 generations behind us. We didn't have any of this back then, but we were self-sustaining. We teach them both ways. To do it, be self-sustaining and self-reliant without the use of technology and technological things that are done today, but also to be mindful of what it is in the future that this will bring.
I think everything we do has to be for the next generation. So my philosophy is everything that we're working towards has to be intended for that 7th generation teaching. And so what you see today, we're hoping to just start a seed. Unfortunately, we didn't have some of this stuff in place, but now we do. And so I think a lot of us are feeling a little bit more comfortable. It's not the answer to everything, but it's definitely a start to the solution and a step in the right direction.